Now that she's well into her teens, Thylane Blondeau is nearly a household name. How did she get to where she is today, and how has the title of being the first most beautiful girl in the world influenced her life? Stay tuned as we take a look at the past and present life of this gorgeous French model. Before we jump into the world of Thylane Blondeau, be sure you're subscribed to the taco. Now let's get started. The story of Thylane Blondeau's amazing life started on April 5th, 2001 in Saint-Tropez, France. And from a very young age, her famous mom and pop knew that they had a star in the making. Though she is still a teenager, Thylane has lived a life that even adults twice her age would envy. But there is a lot more to this young beauty than meets the eye. Starting a modeling career at a young age is no easy feat. Parents all over the world think that their kids are the most beautiful, but in the case of Thylane Blondeau, she really was. It probably helped that her parents were already used to her being in front of the cameras. Thylane's father is ex-soccer star Patrick Blondeau, and her mother is French TV star Veronica Loubry. So, of course, these two would pass their gorgeous genes on to their daughter. They wasted no time pushing Thylane into the spotlight, and considering how successful she's been, it's totally paid off. When Thylane was just 4 years old, she made her runway debut. This is an age when most little girls are running around pretending to be princesses and watching cartoons. But this little beauty was dressing up in designer gowns and prancing down the Jean-Paul Gaultier runway. If you know anything about the designer, you know that this label is the pinnacle of high fashion. So it's a major deal that Thylane was hired at the tender age of 4. It was also this runway show that helped launch her modeling career. By the time she was 6 years old, Thylane was a modeling pro, and it was around the same time that she was crowned the first unofficial most beautiful girl in the world. She posed for her first photo shoot around the age of 7, and it was easy to see why she earned her title. And as time went on, she became more of a staple in the French fashion world, and eventually she started pushing boundaries. Being a young, beautiful child model didn't come without some major controversy. A few years after she earned her unofficial title, she started making headlines for different reasons. When Thylane was 10 years old and 6 years into her modeling career, she posed for a risque photo shoot. Many critics felt her Vogue Infants photo shoot wasn't age appropriate. If you take a look for yourself, you can probably see why it sparked some controversy. Many believed the young model was being exploited. What really had people gasping was the fact that she wasn't even in her teens, yet she looked very mature. That's probably thanks to the loads of makeup and towering heels the photo shoot producers put her in. But though this photo shoot had everyone questioning the ethics of child modeling, Thylane's mother stood behind the pictures. Her mother knew everyone was shocked and completely understood why. She even admitted she was shocked by the photos herself, but you may be surprised to learn it was for a completely different reason. Thylane's mom was more shocked that the photographers put a $3 million necklace on her 10-year-old daughter. We can't lie, we'd have to agree that's pretty crazy to put that much bling on a preteen. And thanks to this photo shoot, more and more people were paying attention to the intriguing young model. Since her controversial appearance in Vogue Paris, Thylane has been unstoppable. She was out of the spotlight for a while, but now that she's well into her teens, her modeling career is still going strong. From rubbing elbows with celebrity kids to being spotted in the front row of every runway show at Fashion Week, Thylane Blondeau is a fashion industry superstar. She's appeared in major campaigns for designers like Dolce & Gabbana as well as Tommy Hilfiger. Back in 2015, she signed with the prestigious IMG modeling agency. One of the greatest accomplishments of Thylane's career was being named a L'Oreal Paris brand ambassador. This is a huge accomplishment for any model, let alone someone who isn't even legal yet. What's really interesting about Thylane is the fact that she isn't quite your typical model. She is actually quite short by fashion industry standards. Thankfully, being only 5'6" hasn't stopped her from making her mark on the industry, and if her modeling career isn't impressive enough, the teen has some more talents up her sleeve. Fans of her YouTube channel already know Thylane loves music. Oh, and she's trained in classical and modern dance. There really isn't anything this beauty can't do. So, what's next for a girl who seems to have it all? Well, it seems like Thylane has her heart set on making more of a name for herself in the fashion world. But this time, she wants to be the boss and is getting more hands-on. Back in September 2018, Thylane dropped the news that she is launching her own fashion line. The line is named Heaven May and was dropped later the same month. And we must admit, the whole line seems completely on point with current trends. And we wouldn't expect anything less from a girl who has been in the industry for pretty much her whole life. Though she's handed over her crown of most beautiful girl in the world, there's no doubt that Thylane Blondeau is still as beautiful as ever. And as time goes on, she's proving that she's much more than just a beautiful face. She's already had an incredible modeling career, and now that she's launched her own clothing line, it seems like the teen is becoming more and more unstoppable. Only time will tell if she'll hang up her runway shoes, but for now, expect much more from this teen beauty. What do you think is the most impressive thing about Thylane's life? Chime in with a comment in the section below, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching!